If you lost a friend to suicide, I just want to acknowledge that and take a moment to say how sorry I am. I know that suicide is pretty wide sweeping within our country. It's the third leading cause of death amongst teenagers, and that's so sad. But it just tells me that there's a lot of you out there who have encountered this. There's very few school districts that haven't known someone who's passed away this way. And for some of you, that person was just a classmate or just someone in the school, and you grieved and you mourned and you've been okay, but you remember them, and it's left you feeling somewhat helpless and a little bit just sad from time to time. And then for others of you, you lost a close friend, and any talk of suicide is very difficult for you. It can probably feel like the world is out of control, and you might have some anxiety over that. You might have some depression over that. For those of you that lost a close friend, a lot of times there can be this lingering thought in the back of the brain. Some young people talk about it and others don't. That thought is, if I had just done this, if I had just said that, if I had just asked myself over that day, if we had gone to hang out, if, and you're playing with this war in your brain going, I could have saved them. And that's hard. That can be a very just difficult space in the brain to keep alive. It's very hard on the emotional self to always be thinking those things. There can be a lot of guilt, a lot of blame, and it can be almost suffocating. It can lead you to have some real sadness and some sorrow to work through. It's going to be very natural for there to be a grieving process or a mourning process, but if you add that guilt and that condemnation on top, it's going to be really hard for you to walk out. And so I'm going to make a statement, but I need you to understand that I'm not saying it just so that you'll feel better or just so that you'll be off the hook. I'm not just saying it to manipulate your feelings. I'm saying it because there's some truth in it. I'm saying it because there is truth in it. When a person makes a grave decision to end their own life, that responsibility is on them. Now, there can be some big contributing factors to why they did it, and some of those factors, a lot of you as friends didn't have control over those situations. And I just want you to find some peace and to find some freedom and to find just a little bit of rest in your restlessness, knowing that your friend was probably in a lot of pain. And no matter which, if I had just, you pick in your mind, it may not have made a difference for them. It, your friend was struggling with something, your friend was trying to escape something, and you more than likely weren't in control of being able to stop it. So I just want you to find some peace. I want you to go get some help for you. Not that you're a mess, not that you're a horrible person, but you deserve to be able to tell your story too and to talk with somebody about what you're thinking, about what you're feeling, and how you might be walking through some guilt or some condemnation or some shame. And I just hope that you go and talk with a caring adult about that, whether it's your parents or an extended family member, a youth worker, another youth leader, a camp counselor, somebody that you can just talk to and share what's going on and hopefully get a little bit more perspective on the situation, because I don't want you living the rest of your life beating yourself up for it. Suicide's very hard and it's very real, and your life will always be affected to some degree over what happened. I just don't want it to be so affected in such a negative way that you are living underneath this cloud of depression or condemnation over what's going on. I know you loved your friend. It's why it hurts. Like, that's why it's hard. So please don't beat yourself up, because I believe that you have a very kind, compassionate, strong, loving self to share with others and to be in relationships with others too. And I hope that you get to shine, and together all of you get to form a very strong support network for one another as you walk through this.